What's up again, everybody? Well, Christmas Day has come and gone. I hope you had a fantastic Christmas Day. No matter who it was spent with or what you spent it doing, I hope you had a good one. I did as well. My family, we just hung out at home. It was really nice. I made literally just a ton of food. I made like a ham, I made green beans, I made, what else did I make? Like rolls. I made a bunch of food and we ate a bunch of food like the entire day. We eat Christmas lunch. I don't know if you guys do something differently. Maybe dinner or something, but we eat Christmas lunch. Anyway, this is everything that I pulled from the Advent calendar kit that I sent out. So if you've been following along with the channel, we've been opening up daily packs of the 5 sets that are out for Flesh and Blood. So we had Welcome to Wraith, Arcane Rising, Crucible of War, Monarch, and Tales of Aria. We opened 5 packs of each across 25 days. And I collected all of my pulls and I organized them by class, and I organized the equipment and I organized the generics to a certain degree. And so now, with all of the cards that I pulled, all 25 days worth of pulls, I'm going to try to build a Blitz deck. I'm going to try to figure out what kind of Blitz deck I could build based on the pulls that I have. And the distributions, I looked through them already, are a little fishy. They're a little suspect. I've organized this by amount of cards in class. So going this direction and then working our way down. So as you might expect, we have more Runeblade cards than any other class in the game because there have been 3 separate Runeblades across 3 separate sets. But I do have almost as many Warrior cards as I do Runeblade cards. And then for some reason I pulled a ton of Ranger cards as well. I think this was like 38 cards, 34, 33, and then 31 or so for Guardian. The next, after this top row, the next highest was Brute and Ninja at the same. I think they were both like 24 or something like that. And then I did not have many of these last 3, and that's because they've only ever shown up in one set and a supplemental set. So we have Mechanologist, Wizard, and Prism was the least pulled. I had very few Prism cards, as you can see here. That's it. So it's a little bit weird. I won't be building a Prism deck. I did also separate out, by the way, the Shadow and the Light, and then the Elements as well. So I'm going to walk you through the deck building process in its entirety. I'll show you the decks that maybe I'm thinking of or things that could put together, and we'll put something together. Put something together, whatever. So I know I'm not going to build any of these, which is kind of sad. I just want to point this out. It's kind of sad because I love Wizard. I think I have settled on Wizard as perhaps my favorite class, which is like a weird thing to say. But I got an Aetherize, which is not good. And then I got a Lesson in Lava. And then I have 2 Reverberates, 2 Snapback, or 1 Snapback, an Aether Spindle, a Zap, 2 Zaps technically. I'm kind of sad that we didn't get more Wizard stuff, but you know, them's the breaks. So we're going to probably set those aside. I will say there's probably a decent maximum velocity boost deck somewhere in this stack of cards. The unfortunate thing is there's just not a lot of boosts that we're going to hit, but we have like 3 combustible couriers, 3 overloops, like 3 throttles, a dissipation, Teklos, which aren't good, Teklovossen's Workshop, locked and loaded 0 to 60. I mean, so it's like if you had a few more, you could put this together because we did pull a maximum velocity, which is fantastic, but unfortunately you're just not gonna hit the boost very consistently because we only had like half the deck which would be boostable. Ninja line, as far as the Ninja line, we can probably say goodbye to this. We do have 3 leg taps into 3 risings into 1 blackout kick, and then a couple of torrents, which is good. Head jab links into open the center, but I don't have any payoff after that. At least I don't think I do. Surging into, I do have a flying kick. Where is it? I do have a Fluster Fist, so I can go open the center into Fluster Fist. And then a random rushing river at the end, some random other cards that are pretty decent. It's not bad. It's really not bad, but you're kind of looking at slim pickings. And then this one's really interesting. So when you look at it, you're like, oh, okay, we can make some of this work. I mean, like, we're looking at this. This is not bad. We have 2 Swing Fist, Think Later reds, which is kind of weird. Unfortunately, this was not red. If only that were red, that would be really good. But like Savage Swing, Boneyard Marauder. So if we went into Levia and just like, look at that. I mean, it's Some of this is solid. If only that were red, right? If we went into Levia, it would be okay. So this is like not a bad option, but I think we may have better options. Let's just set that down. And I will say this too, there's a ton of 6s in here. So we can actually load up on 6 generics and we'd be okay. You know what? I'm just gonna get the I'm gonna get this out of the way now. I pulled more Runeblade cards than anything, and yet I don't think I trust what we have here to make a... Well, that's not true. I guess we could. We could make a Runeblade deck. I mean, after that, though, if you don't go Briar, you're either going Briar or you're doing, like, these with Chain. Feels a little stinky. Not so good. 1 Seeds. And then you have the generic Runeblade cards that could be played by anyone, including Viserai. And these are kind of mediocre as well, I will say. Lots of Singeings. Read the Runes, 2 Read the Runes, a Spellblade Strike, a Spellblade Assault. A Vexing was just okay, I guess. 3 of those with Go Again, that's not bad. So for me, I actually don't really want to build a Runeblade deck with this kind of pile of cards, which is kind of weird to say. I will also say I did look through here. There are not a ton of 0 cost 4 attack Go Agains, so you can't really do Cheerios Briar. I was really interested in possibly doing Warrior, though. We got a Twinning Blade and a Beacon of Victory, so we could maybe go Light Warrior, because we also got Via the Vanguard. 2 Express Lightnings, 2 blue Take Flights, which is not great, but at least they're blue. Or at least they're Take Flights, I should say. Valiant Thrust, Cross the Line, Double Cross the Line, Engulfing, and then we have like just a solid suite overall of cards here. Not too bad. We don't have like a red. We have this red reaction. 2 Hit and Run blues. Push Forward red. Out for Blood blue. I mean, so it's like we could do something with this. We definitely have the resource base for it. And if we played Bolton, then we can make use of his specialization. I know everyone wants to know, what did we pull for Lexi / Azalea? We have the specialization. We have a foil Rapid Fire, which is pretty cool. Rapid Fire, not very good, but maybe it is because we do have a lot of yellow and blue arrows. Like Bolton Shot pushes to 4 if we can. Take Covers, Sikkim Shot, Hamstrings. Like, good distribution of arrows, in my opinion. Yellow Sleep Dart, solid. And then we have the Elemental Arrows, which could really do some work. Flake Outs. It's like, this is an option, man. This is like a real option. Double Red Frazzle. Blizzard Bolt. Chilling Ice Vein Red. Like, I think that could be really successful. And this was the one I think that maybe just the easy mode, take the easy way out kind of a thing. Just play Guardian. Because we can find blues in generic. We have solid pulls across the board. Like Snow Under, pretty good. And even just these are pretty solid. We could not have to run Blessing of Serenity. But like red Crush Confidence, blue Crush Confidence. The emerging powers are a little suspicious. We have 4 emerging powers. But like Disable, Debilitate, and a couple of blues in the back. Yeah, I mean, like, we could do those. I think for me, I'll just say this. I think these 3 are the most interesting options. These are the most interesting options for me by far. Just quickly, looking at Light and Shadow, not a ton of great stuff here, like Howl from Beyond Red. That's like not a lot of great stuff. So I am like fine not playing a Light or a Shadow. There's like Impenetrable Belief, I guess, is good. Rising Solar Tide Red, if we're playing Bolton, is pretty solid. Seek Enlightenment, maybe you run that. I wish there was like a red Illuminate. We didn't get a red Illuminate. That would be like a shoe-in. And then, of course, finally we have all of these. I should put these in order. I'll just rifle through these so that you can see what you think. I don't know. I'm kind of leaning like there's the easy mode Oldhim, and we have some blues in here that we could pull, and some other stuff that we could do, like Blue Winter's Bite's really good. Yeah, there's stuff we could put in. Blue Earthlore Surge, even though it doesn't block well. Also important to note, we have equipment that we have to think about. Gallantry Gold and Refraction Bolters. But after that, like nothing for Warrior. We could do the helmet and then like no chest piece outside of the Null Rune here. If we're playing Guardian, though, we have the helmet. We've got, where was it? The legs. Either choice for the legs. We'd even do Runaways if we wanted to. The gauntlets. And I think we even had, like, Plume we could choose from. Do Coat of Frost if we're playing, like, Oldhim. And we have the Rotten Old Buckler. Just seems like, equipment-wise, that fits pretty easily. And then, finally, the final thing, here are our pulls. We do have 2 Drone of Brutalities, one of which is foil. I think this one's the foil. It doesn't pop very well. Brutal Assaults, Life for a Life. So, like, rifling through this, we've got good reds that are big attacks. Good blue pitch there. I think Oldhim would be so easy to build. I'm not going to lie. Find some Zealouses. Yeah, Zealous Belting for Oldhim. Solid. Yeah, it just makes sense to do Oldhim, but we could also do, like, Lexi. Slogisms. We could play, like, a Slogism line. Whispers. Whispers blocking and pitching. That's super solid. Weirdly enough, I think you could do, like, a weird Lead the Charge Guardian. That would be so weird. But, like, Oldhim stuff now attacks for big amounts, but, like, blocks less, or cost less. Fate Foreseen Red is, like, the standout. So, I'm going to stop right here, and I'm going to ask you this question. What, out of all of these things, would you build? Which hero would you build? What would you play? What would you try to make? Pause the video, put it down in the comments below, and I'll tell you what I did. I'll give you a couple of seconds. All right, if you are back with me, let's talk about what I think I'm going to do. I think I'm going to put this aside, and then I think I'm going to put this aside. I think making a Guardian is like the easiest and probably the best deck that we can make. Just thinking about like what we have access to and what equipment we have access to. I think honestly the Guardian's probably the best case scenario here. So like Oldhim, playing Oldhim seems like a really easy, solid fit here. And we can work in a variety of different Earth cards and Ice cards to make it even better. So let's break it down with what we have so far. So we've got 2 red Entangles. We're going to put the blues over here. A blue Entangle. We've got red Mulch, which I'm not crazy about. Yellow Mulch, I'm definitely. Double yellow Mulch. These Glacials are fantastic. Blue Glacial's like a must. I think Biting Gale I'm not crazy about either. Here's the breakdown. You're going to see it's like less blue heavy. I really don't want to run that card. It's less blue heavy than we would like. It's more yellow heavy. We don't need these emerging powers, but I'll put them out there anyway. It's kind of hilarious how many emerging powers we ended up with. All right, and these 2 cards are both nuts at the end. Okay, those blues are great. Okay, so if this is what our class card situation looks like, I think we're doing all right. Numbers so far, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Is that right? 29 maybe? 29. So obviously if we're making a Blitz deck, this is already a pretty good place to start. Now let's make some easy cuts. I don't want to run emerging powers. I don't really want to run red Mulch because I don't have any way to discount it off the 4. So keeping a 2-card hand and the Mulch just seems really suspicious, really dangerous. We can cut these, we can cut that. We can cut Biting Gale. I'm not crazy about Biting Gale. Cutting the yellow Mulches too. Again, Mulch is just not one of those things. And yes, if you fuse Mulch with the Earth Fusion effect, it does get a little bit better. But really it doesn't get that much better. Because it's just like, I don't really care that much. I'm not too crazy about it, just in general. Continuing on, I can probably keep 1, maybe 2 of these Glacials in there. I'm not sure. Cutting this blue emerging power seems really good. Cutting this blue Blessing of Serenity. This is just a card that I wish were cooler. The next time your hero would be dealt attack damage this turn, prevent 1. But it costs you a card. And then this blue there. The rest of this I'm comfortable with. Maybe cut like this Glacial and just run 1 of each. This is we'll keep it in until we have to make cuts. I bet you we are going to have to make cuts. So now, looking at distribution overall, it's looking a lot more streamlined. And of course, we have less cards in the deck, so it would look streamlined. But like these are cards that we would actively want to play as attacks. I know you could argue the Entangles could come out too. Let's look at elemental cards. Of course, we want to play blue Earthlore Surge. We could think about this. We want to play blue Weave Ice because it pitches blue. Blue Winter's Bite. See what else we want to play here. What other options do we have? Let's get it focused for you there at home. It's a nice little long form video for your post-Christmas viewing. Entwine Lightning. You could technically play Entwine Lightning. Autumn's Touch, heck yeah. Icy Encounter, no. Amulet of Ice this time. Winter's Grasp seems good. Not playing Entwine Ice. Maybe we run that. Maybe we run that. Definitely run that. I don't really want to play So tomorrow. Red Autumn's Touch we can throw down there. Maybe I will. I'll put it in there and then we'll just cut it later. Probably. Just both of them in there. Why did I skip over Weave Earth, man? What was I thinking? What in the world? Yellow Earthlore Surge? We can throw that down in there. Okay. I don't care about Chill to the Bone. Okay, so now we've got a big old stack of cards. Got a lot more blues, which is really good. That's kind of what we want to look at. And then looking at our attacks, that's what really matters, is what are our big attacks? Winter's Grasp, Autumn's Touch, Crushed Confidence, Snow Under, Glacial, Double Entangle. We have, what's the Earth base here? If we keep everything in, we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 blue. Oh, and do we want to play red Earthlore Surge? We'll put it in there just in case. 7. So I condensed everything. We've got 11, 10, and 12 distribution-wise. Let's take a look at these generics as well, see if there's anything here that really stands out. I do think Pursuit of Knowledge makes a ton of sense. We can just jam that in there for blue. Because why not, right? And it's a pretty card. Definitely. Okay, look, if we're playing a way that we can play drones, let's do it. All of these reds are solid. Now, Scar for Scar is good on like everything except Oldham. I guess technically you could still even play that, which is fine. So maybe we throw it in the pile. Stony Demo, Stony Wooten Hog's fine. Pound for a Pound's good. Raging Onslaught's fantastic. Do we do Slogism? Yeah, we could probably pay for Slogism, Regurgitating Slog. Brutal Assault's really good. Barraging Brawnhide's good generally, but not really. We don't have any pummels, I don't think. Well, we might. I have to look at that. These Zealouses are solid. If we can pitch for them. Scars, Fervents, Ravenous. Nothing there. Scours. Not running any of that stuff. Cadaverous. It's more blues. I think we're okay on blues. Do we do a blue Slogism and a red Slogism? Let's put them down and then we'll cut them later. Come to Fights. I think a blue Whisper is solid. The rest of this, blue Energy Potion. Red Fate Foreseen. Yellow Sinks? No, I don't think so. No pummels. That's a really unfortunate thing. We just added a bunch of cards, though. I don't think we play this red life for a life. That can go back. But these are all good. Now, the question is, how many of those do we put in? I think we're putting in Fate Foreseen every time. We did get a blue Slogism and a red Regurgitating Slog. We probably don't need it. Probably don't need that combo. Pound for Pound's pretty solid. I like Stony Wooten Hog a lot. That card's really good. We can always play Scar. Brutal Assault blocks 3 and it's a threat. Barraging Brawnhide? Maybe? Maybe? If it were yellow. Did I see a yellow barraging in there? I think I did, but I don't think it matters that much. These all feel good. I think all of those feel good. As far as equipment is concerned, we could easily just go with the Helm. We can run the Plume. We can run Coat of Frost. We could run the Rotten Old Buckler. We're missing legs and gloves, so we can run both of those. We can run gauntlets. And then if we have a matchup that needs it. So, gosh, look at this. We have so many pieces of equipment that we could actually put into this deck. It's kind of crazy. That's why I think Guardian's such a good choice. Now, which of these cards do we want? Like, are we playing, with this setup, are we playing aggro, control? What are we doing? I feel like Red Earthlore is kind of a trap in a way. feels like a trap in a way. I feel like we're just better off playing Control-y. I think we still do that one. How many fused targets do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe we don't. Ah, it's still +3. It's still +3. Costs you nothing. Autumn's Touch is great. Winter's Grasp is fine. Pitches Ice. It fuses as well. We're fusing Ice, Ice, and Earth, Earth here. Not a ton there. What about in here? Ice, Ice, Ice. Yeah, we probably need these 3 cards because our reds are a little skimpy as far as, well, do we really need those cards? I think we can keep the 2 glacials and the Snow Under is probably fine. It blocks 3. Let's count total cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. So that would, at this current state, we would only be able to insert, what, 8 more cards? I think I can... I don't know, it's pretty big. Earthlore Surges. 32. Which of these blues do I want to put in? I can lose the Slogism, it blocks 2. The Zealouses, maybe we could lose the Zealouses too. Lose the Zealouses. And I'll keep the Energy Potion, and I'll keep the Whisper. Those seem like fine. The other ones I've put in there block 3, and that's why they're good. That's why they're good. These seem like good fits. Cut that one, maybe. So those are still big attacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 reds. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40 exactly. A couple of things are suspicious about this, but I don't think it's too bad. Let's do one more breakdown here. Let's do one more little thing that we're going to break down. Let's go ahead and look at attacks, non-attacks, and that'll allow us to check fuse targets and stuff like that. All right, so looking at it this way, these are all of our attacks that don't need to fuse, that we don't really need to like consider pitching or you know, fusing resources, stuff like that for, right? These are all of those attacks. Some of them are blue, of course. Those blues are more for pitching than they are for playing, but you can also play them late game. These are all the cards that we want to fuse or would consider fusing. These Entangles fuse, 1, 2, 3 of them fuse Earth, and as you can see in Earth, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Earth cards, so 3 to 7 seems like a fine ratio. And then we have a lot of Glacials, 1, 2, 3, 4, which is really good, plus a Snow Under, and there's a couple of Snow Unders. I think, oh no, there's still one Snow Under. I thought there was another one. Either way, there's a lot of Glacials and a Snow Under that we can fuse, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Ice as well. These over here are defense reactions and non-attacks that don't do anything but pitch. Technically, you could play Towering Titan and, of course, an Energy Potion, because Energy Potions are pretty good. Overall, it blocks well. It looks like everything here, most of these things obviously block 3, and these in there have a mixture of blocking 3 and 2, which is fine, and we can obviously always pitch some of these things in our hand. We're not playing a Majestic Weapon that, you know, needs us to pitch Ice for its effect, so we're probably just playing the token, and the token weapon is just pitch 3 attack, so that seems fine. We've got a ton of equipment that we can use. So all of this that you see here is what I will play in a Blitz deck against, I don't know, I think I'm going to play it against Ian of Right Time Gaming. And he's going to play his Advent Calendar deck too. He kept all of his cards like I did from his Advent Calendar this year, and we're going to jam some games out. This is not a commoner format setup, but we could consider making a commoner deck. I'm going to keep all these cards off to the side anyway, and we may check that out. Let me know what you think about this deck, or what you would do differently in a comment below, and maybe I can make what you say as well. Let me know. As always, everybody, thanks for watching.